Howdy folks, so I just wanted to show you what the resupply looks like. So this is all from Swiss Miss. She hooked me up with a ton of good things. And what I like to do is just lay it out in rows. It makes it a lot easier for me to manage and just make sure that I'm getting all the food that I need for that particular day. One really cool thing that Swiss Miss had sent me was this awesome food bag where you can actually put photos on there. This is made by Hilltop Packs. If you're interested in getting one, they can print out whatever photos that you would like to put on there, and they look exceptionally cool. Now what I'll do is then put all those items in rows into bags, and then that tells me which day that I'm on. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to keep track of things and manage my food. And then I'll put it all into the food bag. Aside from whatever day I'm on, I'll pull that Ziploc bag out and then wrap it all up in this fancy food bag, and then I'm good to go. Look at that. Other 0-day tasks involve going through all my equipment and just making sure that everything is up to snuff. Part of this is maintenance. Some of it is also cleaning. It's funny, you get wrappers and things like that just about everywhere. So I'm just going through my technology bag right there now, pulling out whatever little thing may have gotten misplaced, or if there's any kind of trash in there as well, getting rid of that. Checking to make sure that I've got enough toothpaste, all of those little things that you need to address while you're in town. Another thing that's great to do while you're in town is back flushing your water filter to make sure that it's clean. So essentially what I'm doing is taking that large syringe there and just putting it where the clean water comes out and then forcing clean water down through the filter itself. And that'll really bust up a lot of the gunk that likes to collect in there. Because what you don't see is there's a lot of dirt and grit and other random things that get caught in there. So it's a really good idea to do this on a regular basis, especially when you're at a hostel that happens to have these syringes, because I don't actually carry one with me. They do come in the Sawyer Squeeze pack, so usually you'll find one at a well-established hostel that you can borrow just for the day. And then, of course, while we don't have many dishes while we're out on trail, we do have some dishes, and that's mainly the cook pot and the spoon. So it's always a good idea to make sure you get that cleaned up when you've got the opportunity, because stuff does like to build up in there, and it's a really good idea to get that reset. So I'm just going to take advantage of the resources I have and make sure I get that addressed. Another good 0-day task is just charging up all your electronics. You got your headlamp, your inReach, all other things that need to get recharged. I'm going to do some chores, and the hostel has bikes for use, so let's see if I can't rip around town in this. We got wheels. First stop is going to be the grocery store to return some vitamins. Rocking our hot rod to the post office. Let's go ahead and send a couple things home. Look at this thing. That's a beautiful post office. Good night. And beautiful Main Street. Probably one of the nicest post office I've ever been in. Look at that. It's just beautiful in here. So I just want to show you guys what I got at the Family Dollar and why I got it. Epsom salt, that's for the feet. They've been taking a beating recently. That is for me to put my feet in because there's not a bucket here at the hostel. And it works out great because that was $1.75 and I can just throw it away as soon as I'm done. Got some vinegar, so I'm going to soak my Sawyer Squeeze water filter. It's moving a little bit slower, and that can help kind of bust up some of the stuff that gets stuck in there. Gatorade, going to drink that. That's super glue. I've got a hole in my pad that I repaired back in October. I'm just going to touch it up. It's not leaking, but why let it get to that point? And then healing ointment. So that is for my feet. That's helping with the foot dryness. It's always wet here, and which is so funny because you get dry feet from having wet feet all the time. They start getting cracked and irritated, and they feel super gritty. So I've been using Aquaphor, and basically all that stuff is just a Family Dollar version of Aquaphor. Literally the exact same ingredients. So I'm going to put that on my feet and just try to stay up on my maintenance for both my equipment and my body. Okay, so we got two things happening here. Remember that vinegar that I just showed you? So if you put a 2/3 water solution, 1/3 vinegar solution into a bowl here and soak your water filter, that's what I was talking about. So I'm just gonna put this cup on top of this sucker to keep it in the water and just let that soak for a couple hours and it should be good as new. And I'm also about to eat this monster sandwich that I got from the Albertson. Howdy folks, Justin from the future here to do the end of the day closeout for my zero. Had a really good day getting everything reset and just running around with chores. That bike was so much fun. It was so nice being able to just get around on town. When you're on foot for so long, it just feels like you're flying when you've got any other mechanism than foot travel. But was able to get reset, refit, soaked my feet really good on those with those Epsom salts, and that seemed to have made a really big difference. And then just made sure I ate a lot of good food throughout the day, and then spent a lot of time laying on my back, getting videos edited. I actually got all the way caught up to the current day, which is wonderful because it's going to take a lot of the stress. Not that there's too stressful, it's just a lot of work coming into town, and it usually sucks up several hours of whatever day I'm doing video editing on. But now that I'm caught up, I can just stay on pace and it should make things a lot easier going forward. Overall, a wonderful day. I'm really thankful that I took this zero and took this opportunity to rest and get refit for the remainder of the trail, and was able to get a ride arranged by a trail angel out to the trail for the morning. So I don't have to worry about walking on the hardball, the highway, because there's no shoulder on the highway getting out of here. So should be good. I'm looking forward to it, and then I'll bring you guys on.